everything we know about him is documented because he did go through the court systems. He was stopped for trafficking. His wife did file these domestic violence charges against him. He was arrested with MS-13 members with a roll of cash that had the eyes and the ears and the mouths of the presidents erased, which is an MS-13 markings. This is all non-disputed. So
nothing you're talking about
doesn't stop halfway.
But I'm saying he already got his due process and he got a deportation order.
No.
So
the process
idea that
isn't
somehow
finished
he
because
has
the
not...
judge told them not to do it. So due process doesn't stop when you like the outcome. It's a whole process. So that's why we have
what you guys are doing. Like when they side with the criminals, it's due process, and when they side against the criminals, suddenly they didn't
I've been
get
giving
due
this
process.
a lot of
That's
thought
what it looks
because
like.
I want to actually make sure the things that I come up here and argue, I actually believe in. And so I was thinking, I was like, am I just against this because Donald Trump is saying? I'm not. I really admire I'm not. But the thing that makes me better than the criminal is that I treat them with humility. Am I just against this because Donald Trump is saying? I'm not. I'm not. But the thing that makes me better than the criminal is that I treat them with humanity and dignity despite of what they have done. And that when their judgment is placed on, then they have to live with it. But I cannot assign judgment to people because I don't like something. We have a system of law, and I would hope that the same due process that I received, that everyone's received. That's what makes our country.
Because you are an American citizen, you get more due process.
that is what makes our country wonderful. Is because it's for people in this land.
You know what, Batia, except the one the Democrats are
I think you are right. Hold on, you're actually right to a degree that in this particular instance, he is going through an immigration process. But even in that process, which is largely administrative, it's not a jury situation, it's not as lengthy and as detailed, it's the standard is not beyond a reasonable doubt, it's the preponderance of evidence. Even by that standard, they did not, according to several judges, give him that process. So they didn't even give him a truncated process.
They sent him to the wrong country. But in any other country he could be sent to, they could put him in prison, and they probably will, because he's a wife beater, and that's where he belongs.
Look, I
am not Salvadorian, I'm Mexican, but for Salvadorians and for Nayib Bukele, a putazos. That man that got deported to CCOT no es inocente. He's not a little angel. He has freaking Mata tattoos. And for the freaking people who live in the United States who are demanding for us to try to go get this man back, if he has an MS-13 tattoo, that means the gang saw him kill another person so that he was able to get that tattoo. This is how ignorant you guys be.
I said it though. I said if they got an MS-13 tattoo, we don't need no.
Send them up the road. Save them all.
His wife posted a picture of them in the mirror, and she put emojis over his MS-13 tattoos.
Yeah, his knuckles was beat up. Yeah. I seen this.
Yeah. Now let's pull up the picture that his wife posted.
So they finna give him the bald head and the white tees and the white shorts.
You already got it. He over there.
He's not dead. Put him back in jail.
Hold on, he's not in jail?
No, he is in jail. They released him to meet with the senator. So put your clothes back on.
Yeah, so he making it seem like he got the job done and this is all what he came for. No, buddy, you didn't complete the mission you came for.
This is what our Democrat senators fight for. They fight for illegal immigrant MS-13 members to come back into our country. This is what the Democrat Party stands for. They fight for the criminals harder than the American people to show that they're virtuous and that they're freedom fighters and they standing up to Trump.
Scroll up, click that.
Yeah, he didn't even care about the woman that got killed in his own state.
No, that's what's insane. You didn't meet
that
with the lady.
That is facts though, bro.
With the viral story of a lady getting dragged 150 feet by an illegal immigrant. You didn't meet with the family that tragedy happened to, but you met with a MS-13 member?
He's a clown, bro.
Nigga's weird, bro.
He's a clown, bro.
Sorry for saying the N-word,
This is what the Democrat Party stands for now. Illegal immigrants, cutting mutilation of children, all type of nonsense. Men and women's sports, men able to be women, all type of nonsense. And I personally would not align myself with this crap.
They just don't.
There it is right there.
Like you said, they take every side that a majority of Americans are not on.
Did you see she went on Good Morning America and Michael Strahan said, look, you see she put the hearts over his MS-13 tattoos.
So the ones on his hand?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
scroll over.
we got that. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the first
that's his wife's post right there. That's what she's trying to cover up.
That's right here. We get a better look of it right here.
Yeah, did y'all see she went on the news and they asked her, so why did you file a protective order against your husband? She couldn't even answer it.
She's legal and got married to that man, and he don't got his green card.
No, because he's probably bro, you're a known. If you're a known they declared MS-13 a terrorist organization.
Yeah.
So if you are known, if the court convicts you twice of being in a terrorist organization, they're not gonna let you.
You see, the White House posted that. They savages.
Damn.
The White House posted this.
Said fixed it for you.
Senator meets with they crossed out the wrongly deported. It says MS-13 illegal alien in El Salvador who's never coming back. The White House posted that. Savage.
Dang.
Yeah, hold on. You gotta show that picture with the Trump.
There it is, right there.
You did take out a temporary order of protection against your husband in 2021. Were you in fear of your husband?
My husband is alive. That's all I can say.
Okay, and I'm not going to push on that apparently. But
wow,
she deflected and then she paused and deflected.
So to join MS-13, you got to kill somebody.
Duh, they're a terrorist organization.
I didn't know exactly, but you know,
sure? You're just not just born into it. He gotta catch a hat. He gotta catch a body.
Tattoos.
Oh, buddy.
I don't know, but I don't know.
Y'all never watched Gangland,
I have seen them on Gangland though.
That was the scariest thing I seen on Gangland. They said MS-13 is the most violent criminal gang in the world.
Yeah, it says you can have social connection, a ritual, committing a crime. So it could probably be just probably like a regular.
Was the MS-13 was the one that that little girl down the street?
Yes,
and had a ritual behind it.
Yeah,
a satanic ritual.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get that nigga out of here. Yo,
right, we already know that.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
That was out here.
Yeah,
that's all I think about when I think about MS-13.
Yeah,
we can't. Yeah, they known for not playing, and we can't play.
Yeah, I don't know why these niggas.
Why are they advocating for a guy that his wife put a restraining order against him? Does that seem like a good guy?
Again, MS-13, I'm sorry, I ain't the judge, you know I ain't God, but you know I wouldn't want him to be my neighbor.
Well, after what they did to that little girl, all of them gotta go.
No, they gotta go.
They gotta go.
That prison up there they got, boy, that's a good institution.
Oh, they try to say the president is a dictator in El Salvador.
Crime rate, boom.
Liberal ass tape.
I do intend to keep at this until we ensure that Mr. Obregor Garcia has his rights to due process, which is what the courts of the United States have called for. They have said that his abduction is illegal, and they have called upon him to be brought back to the United States.
Voy a seguir en esto mientras el señor Abrego García no tenga su debido proceso, porque las cortes de los Estados Unidos han establecido que fue captado ilegalmente y que tiene que regresar a los Estados Unidos.
So I will keep at this, but I can assure you that while I may be the first senator and first member of the United States Congress to come here to El Salvador in this case, I certainly will not be the last. There'll be many more coming.
This one don't make no sense.
I just, even when you remember when A$AP Rocky went to jail in Paris, no senator fought this hard to bring him home, and he's a U.S. born American citizen, and they're fighting hard for illegals to stay here and for an illegal gang member to come back to our country. I just have a problem with this in so many ways.
That wouldn't have helped their political agenda.
I just have a problem with this. Like, why do we care that a non-U.S. born citizen or non-U.S. born person illegally in America is being sent back to his country of origin? Why do we give a F?
And he's classified as a terrorist.
I would like someone to give me an explanation that makes sense, because right now none of this makes sense. Like, why do I care that he got sent out of here? I don't care at all. I don't care that his wife is a citizen. I don't care that he has a kid here. I don't care.
He
is an illegal immigrant
to due process, bro.
Due process, bro. Rights
that's what they're
for
saying.
American citizens.
And that's what's not clicking.
I don't understand why that doesn't click in people's brain.
For everybody.
Yeah, and then we could just leave this land and go to other people's land and do whatever we want to, because that's how the world works.
This is how land is.
Yeah, we could just go to land, and mass, and just do whatever.
I'm just lost, guys.
And vote in everybody election, you know?
People only care about things that will get them points on social media and stuff to be like, wow, look what he's doing out there. He's a really good guy. He's fighting. That is the only thing. That is why people don't get mad at rap music, but then they get mad at, one little joke or something like that. Like they pick and choose what they're going to get mad at so that people will look at them in the way they want to be looked at.
Fake offended.
Literally.
I think this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Shout out to the El Salvador president, man.
Oh, shit.
I want to meet him, man.
Get him on the channel, man.
No, for real, man.
Can we swing that?
Yeah, well, the El Salvador president, he tweeted, standing on business. He said, now that he's been confirmed healthy, he gets the honor of staying in El Salvador's custody.
I don't understand why.
I like him.
I don't see the problem here. The president in his country of origin says,
"You pathetic fascist.
You're stuck here."
Wow, he's a fascist now? Man, come on, bro.
80
You
followers.
ain't got your real picture up, brother.
Baby, this ain't the flex you think it is.
Man,
what charges
what
are
a
you
Good
inspiring?
Friday this is.
What's her name? Rena Shah. Right.
Pro freedom. So when they say freedom, they really mean like free, like in a whole different aspect, like
rainbow land,
like no laws, no none.
I'm just lost at why they think the president in his country of origin say, "Yeah, you're not leaving," and y'all are mad.
Hey, bro, he is a gang member. Not a gang. We
put
need
him
to
in
stop saying
jail
that.
with.
He's in a terrorist organization.
Put him in jail with his own braids.
If you are in if we polled America, how much percent of America is with keeping not only an illegal immigrant, a terrorist in a terrorist organization?
You already know the answer. I don't even know why you asked.
Like
they voted. That was the main reason why they voted.
That's why we are where we are.
That's why America voted for.
It's truly just astounding to me that we are even having this conversation. Like, this guy broke our laws to get into our country, and now we sent him home. And now people are upset.
98%.
I feel like the reason people are upset is literally not because he's a criminal, not because he got deported. It's because Trump did it.
Yeah, that's
I said, hey, I bet this happened with Biden a whole bunch, but nobody cried about it.
Biden was
now it's time. Now it's
Biden
Trump's
was
time.
not letting.
Not Biden.
Let's say
Obama.
Yeah,
Obama deported way more, but none of this probably happened at all.
Hey, we can't get over what Biden did for a trade. He gave Brittany Griner up for a goddamn arms dealer.
That was a bad trade. That was like Paul George for SGA.
To be honest with you, who y'all think actually did that? Because that could not have been him. That could not have been Joe Biden.
That was early in his thing. So maybe
it wasn't early. It was his second year. It was like his second or third year.
That was before his brain went to jello.
Man, somebody grabbed that auto pen.
But yeah, now 98% of America would say all illegal immigrants that's a gang member needs to leave. I don't know, man. Everybody's gonna say that.
We gotta draw the line somewhere, right?
Right. America already got a bunch of gangs dealing with already on the street. God
we
damn.
can't deport them.
I just don't think we need.
That's bringing more competition in the street.
Criminals in our country.
Yeah, that's worse.
Let's stay here with this. Compare where he is on immigration to where Biden was. We know that this was why he leaned into immigration so much.
Yes, this is a big reason why. So take a look here. This is on immigration. What track are we on? The right track or the wrong track? Look in December. Look at the percentage who said we were on the wrong track. 62% of Americans when Joe Biden was in office, compared to just 14% who said that we were on the right track. Flash forward to April. Well, hello. 45% say we're on the right track compared to 42% who say we're on the wrong track. So in a big switcheroo from where we were back in January, the plurality of Americans say that the country is on the right track when it comes to immigration policy. Back in December when Joe Biden was president, the vast majority said that we were on the wrong track. Again, this points out that on the whole, Americans like where we're going on immigration policy under Donald Trump, which is very different from where we were under Joe Biden.
And comparing the kind of then and now and the progression over time, what about on the specific issue of deportations? I mean, compare it maybe today Trump to first-term Trump.
Yeah, this I think is the big change. You know, we were talking about changes in policy and how Americans want policy to be carried out. Deport all undocumented immigrants. Voters favoring the government trying to deport all 11 million of them. Back in 2016, just 38% of voters wanted the government to try to deport all 11 million undocumented immigrants. Compared to where we are in 2025, 56%, the majority. The American people have come a long way on this issue, much closer to Donald Trump, and I think that's a big part of the reason why Americans are increasingly saying the country is on the right track when it comes to immigration policy, and why Donald Trump's net approval rating on that issue is in the positive, very much unlike his first term.
It says voters favoring government effort to deport all 11 million. 56%.
That's a lot, bro.
That's a lot of people, and they're hiding.
These are left-leaning polls too.
These are hiding.
So it could be even higher.
That's more. Is that more than what state is that? I think that's more than the state of Louisiana. No, I'm boosting. I was gonna say that's more people than the state of Louisiana.
That is more people than the state of Louisiana.
11 million?
Yeah.
And that's just irregular. That's regular immigration. Imagine.
No, that's undocumented.
Gang. Yeah, imagine gang immigration.
We just brought in a whole state, pretty much.
Yeah,
country,
pretty good sized state.
That's like Chicago.
And that's like back in 2016. More people were like, maybe maybe we should allow them. But then as time went,
9 years later, they said, "Oh,
that means that nothing went right in between that time. Yeah. People just didn't like it.
They didn't
in a whole bunch of ways. So there it is, right there. I don't understand.
Bada boom.
It's good that Trump is in office because he's literally laying down the law.
And it makes it worse. Like this situation makes it worse for the Democrats because like this guy is an MS-13. Like if you were fighting for a guy that maybe was deported wrongfully, he was here for 40 years and he was paid. There's stories
he
like
was
that.
in the church.
Yeah, like you can show like good stuff that like the guy has done great things and maybe built a duplex.
Those are the stories I do feel bad for those people.
Okay.
But this dude,
come on, bro. And this is who he's going to go save. Like maybe if you brought up another, you're going to save why this guy?
Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
Because the media and the attention from it. That is why. Because he's going. Next time he runs, they'll say that's the dude who went to El Salvador and he went to go help that man.
He's a
you
fighter.
You want to know why this guy? You want to know why this guy? Because the story provides media attention and it gives ammo to their cause. Because this guy has lived in America since 2011. He came here illegally, has lived here since 2011, has a wife, has committed some crimes. They got dropped. All that's like irrelevant to the Democrats' cause. What the cause is that immigration is bad and that a man was picked up on the way to his citizenship test and deported. Oh, that's a story they can try to campaign on and get ammo and support behind. So far,
supports their agenda.
It supports their agenda, and that's exactly what we're witnessing in real time.
And the guy, I mean, he just has insane stories that happen like this for the reasons that why we see the poll the way it is. It's because of stuff like this. And he didn't mention this. He didn't talk to the family, but you're talking to the family of a guy that his family put a restraining order against him? Come on, bro. You can't make this crap up, bro. Yeah, no, that's the family. Yeah, it's wife. Come on, bro. You can't make this crap up, bro.
Is it really
this
his
story
wife?
is insane. I still can't believe it.
Y'all keep saying that's his wife. I don't see no ring, no nothing on that man.
I mean, that's what they're saying, though, bro. That's what they're saying, though.
Them motherfuckers jumped the broom. That's it.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, who knows?
I ain't see no ring on nobody's finger.
This is crazy. It is zero outrage from the Democrats about this, but they're outraged about the other stuff.
And Carmelo.
Come on, man. This is insane, guys. Let us know what y'all think in the comments, though, guys.